Welcome inside Coca-Cola Coliseum for some PWHL action this Sunday afternoon. The Frost are in town, so let's meet your starting goaltender. Nicole Hensley will get the start here, and the last time she saw the Toronto Sceptres was in the playoffs. Yes, back Game 1. An opportunity to beat her first Canadian team this year is on the doorstep. And at the other side, Kristen Campbell will get the nod for the Toronto Sceptres. She's 1-1 this season against Minnesota, and she's won 4 of her last 5 starts as of late. On the line for the Minnesota Frost, regulation win will leapfrog over the Toronto Sceptres and secure them in second place in the PWHL standings. Puck drop and away we go this Sunday afternoon as Savannah Harmon engages in a board battle early on in this game. Jisheva as well, trying to see if she can gain control of this puck down low. Speaking of head coach Ken Clee of Minnesota, this trio just started working together last game in Raleigh, North Carolina. He liked what he saw, so he's going to keep it together. Quinn Schofield out wide. Jisheva trying to dish it right back inside. Dominic Petrie returning a few games now under her belt since injury. And Ken Clee pleased with what he's seeing, getting back to her form one game at a time. 2-2 battle to the left of Campbell. Harmon will scoop it up early. Dish pass looking along for Izzy Daniel. And the Frost steal it right back. Shisheva pushed off. Sophie Jakes getting control of it. She'll feed it down low, coming off a goal and an assist in a 5-0 win against the Ottawa Charge.
Well, you can look for the defense to activate for Minnesota. You saw Melissa Channel-Watkins also dive down the wall to keep play alive in the offensive zone. Nice takeaway here. Nice hustle by Heisey.
Curl Salemi. Hard to push her off the puck. Doing a great job pressuring the Sceptres D as Renata Fast, certainly a candidate for Defender of the Year, looks to chip it up ice.
Renata Fast has been absolutely outstanding. Leads with 15 assists, but how about her 45 hits? So there's some real physical element to her game, but watch her skating, her edge work, how she can track one-on-one.
How about getting in the goal scoring department this season as well, as Cava pulls this puck aside, and she's been red hot against the Toronto Sceptres this season. Has picked up a point in every game. Lee Steckline fires it from the blue line, rebound Cava. A diving stop. Kristen Campbell makes a huge save as Cava tried to pick up the rebound. Kenzie alone with you alongside Cheryl Pounder and the lovely Juliet Teixeira joining us ringside.
We're going to have ourselves an afternoon of hockey here, Kens.
No better place to be. Sun is shining in Toronto. Playoffs on the horizon. Kelly Panic to center. Turnbull doing some work. This is the hard and heavy line for the Sceptres. You've got Skamara, Turnbull, and Jessie Comfer. Callie Flanagan takes some room. She'll chip it in deep.
Well, you've seen 2 cross-corner dumps by the Sceptres. This is their building, so they'll be looking to recover pucks, see if they can get the bounces.
Success rate for the Sceptres this season when scoring first 6-0-2-1. So we'll see if they can net one early on here against Minnesota. Campbell settles the puck, feeds it ahead. Stolen back, the Frost looking for an opportunity, and the Sceptres will steal it right back to center. Giving room now to the outside. Malte wants another angle. Great to see her walk in with Tussa Bonham this afternoon. Her mentor today.
Ohio State Buckeyes, both alumni.
Gotta love it. The Frost chasing after it. Himlarova spent time at Ontario Hockey Academy before she went off to college hockey.
Now she go to St. Cloud State from 2019 to 24. Himlarova did, and in 143 games, she did have 36 goals and 53 assists rather. So some point production from her.
Herself 2-year deal with the Frost as the Sceptres chip it in deep. Not fast as a few words for Quinn Schofield along the blue line. Minnesota trying to chip this puck out. Toronto heading them in their own zone. Maggie Connors chasing after it. Connors coming off second goal of the season. Sceptres 4-1 win over the Montreal Victoire. Quinn Schofield, another heavy hit from Fast. Laying the body early this afternoon. Here comes Toronto, a 2-on-1 unfolding on the far side. Picking up speed, Laura Kluge has Connors with her. Connors shot! Making a huge stop. The puck's loose. Nicole Hensley saved by her defender. What a sequence for the Sceptres. Laura Kluge in just her 6th game in the PWHL was on a beautiful 2-on-1 with Maggie Connors.
Well, it's going to be Sophie Jakes who's going to activate. She makes a nice play in her own zone along the wall, and then she's going to activate. Nice squeeze out right here on Connors, and then she's going to jump. She's going to say, you know what? We're going to gain possession of this puck, puts it by and stays in the play, but once this puck turns over, Renata Fast, the real disruptor, the quick transition, the quick counter, because Jakes is up in the play, creates this 2-on-1. You can see the communication there happening. That pass goes across. That's a nice save. Kluge almost puts it in, but she is denied by Nicole Hensley.
Laura Kluge activated with Sarah Nurse still on the sidelines. She did practice today alone, did some skating, so that's good to see as she begins to rehab and return to ice this season for the PWHL. Face off to the right of Hensley. Watts will take the draw. Pushing into the corner, Sophie Jakes jumps on it early. Jenna Watkins, near pass, point Schofield, gaining speed, takes a look, centering pass, that'll connect. Giving time, Dominic Petrie takes it out wide, she'll stop back. Petrie, head up play to the blue line, Lee Steckline, straight down, deep into the Sceptres zone. She'll corral the puck. See Steckline back on the United States national team roster, a huge addition for them, that veteran leadership and steady at home defender. Face off to the right of Campbell. Izzy digging for it. Gava trying to help her out. Pearl Salemi to the blue line. Lee Steckline drags and a wrist shot here. High blocked in front by Flanagan. She's able to chip it out. Steckline keeps it in as the Frost trying to complete the play. Deep in the zone, Izzy into the corner. Cava snaps across Salemi. A quick shot. Campbell ready for it. A pad save by Kristen Campbell. A huge stop for Kristen Campbell. It's been a tale of two halves for her this season. Anna Miller getting activated through center as Daryl Watts starts to pick up speed. She's got 2 goals in her career this season against Minnesota. Emma Quigg on the near side, 6 goals this year. On the outside, her shot blocker stopped by Campbell.
Well, that was a tough change.
Turnover chance, Zumwinkle on the backhand, blocked in front, another chance. Claire Thompson jumps in. A diving play by Kelly Panic, but it wasn't enough. Frost pressuring here. Thompson, another look to center. McQuaig shot, she scores! Brooke McQuaig on the turnover, and the Frost take the lead.
Well, multiple turnovers here by Toronto. And Brooke McQuaig is going to capitalize. Scored last game as well, but Daryl Watts doesn't get this puck deep, and everyone is going for a quick wholesale line change. So now all of a sudden, in that counter, that quick transition, you got sustained pressure, and you're able to keep it in. Multiple turnovers into nice read by Claire Thompson, the left-handed defender, to jump in, and then Brooke McQuaig jumps down as well and buries it. But again, you have to anticipate. Nice job by the Frost to pounce, to dictate the pace of play off of that turnover. And Brooke McQuaig buries it for her 7th of the season.
From Bowmanville, Ontario, Brooke McQuaig, red hot this season. She keeps it going as the Frost take the lead. Coming in this game, they are 5-3-2-3 this season when scoring first. In a critical game for the Minnesota Frost, finding momentum early, taking advantage of the turnovers as the Frost look to head back the other way. Here, Budarak to center. And Morova, chip and chase. Fast will get there first. Now Spooner. On the score sheet twice last game for her first couple of the season. Mamolte firing it in. The Sceptres will go for a change. Now with speed. Hey, Batherson back in the lineup. Here with the Frost. Great to see. She'll be part of Women in Sport Night on Monday at the Ottawa Senators game. Dominic Petrie drops it off.
You see Petrie track it back through the middle of the ice, recognizing that, the defender had squeezed the ice, if you will, or pushed up. So you have to have that support through the middle to be able to stand up.
Batherson trying to block out Kluge. This time Thompson rims it around. Point Schofield. Some time on near boards. Cross ice pass connects. Shisheva trying to kick it ahead. 4 goals for Denise Shisheva this year. DD pass, Steckline. Cross corner play. That gives some time for Riley McKinnon, who just turned 25 years old, back on March 5th. Neck line, another quick play in Minnesota, transitioning fast here in the first period as that puck ricochets into the Sceptres bench. Brooke McQuigg getting the Minnesota Frost in the driver's seat for her 7th of the season. It's the Frost and the Sceptres on Sunday afternoon.
Well, Lise Stecklein, one of the best defenders in the world, has been a stalwart this season for her team. I mean, when you look at defense in particular, she's a shutdown defender, and she takes responsibility in her own zone, in the neutral zone, in the offensive zone. So she's a 200-foot player, but one of the greatest things about her game is her stick. She will push with her stick, so you'll see an extension of her body with that stick, that top hand really extended. She's hard on it. She pushes play to the outside. She can skate with the best in the world. And I know my eye's always on defense, Kens, but she's one of the best to do it.
She logs a lot of minutes on the blue line for the Frost. Few minutes she's ever played a PWHL game in the regular season. 20 minutes in 24 seconds. I was back on a 7-7 against the Sceptres. Turnbull, the captain of the Sceptres. Spin play, looking to dish this pass off. She'll feed it to the corner. It's time for Jesse Comfort to pick it up. Out in front, and a swing and a miss for Skimura, but Harmon comes in with a big shot. Blocked in front as Frost has numbers in the slot. Never had it back the other way.
Well, you certainly know that Harmon and Renata Fass will look to activate on the blue line. Former partners at Clarkson. And two players that can really move along the blue line. Look for them in their edge work to open up lanes to get shots through to the net.
Part of that blockbuster trade that saw Jocelyn LaRocque and Victoria Bach over to the Ottawa Charge. Cheryl, trade deadlines next week.
I know.
We'll see if any teams make an adjustment. You have to think New York with their 9-game slide. I think the last time I looked, if they would make a big trade heading into the deadline as they look to make the playoffs for the first time this season. Flanagan working deep in the corner. Miller comes in for help. Flanagan following it up. 5 points for her this season to the far side. Giving time. Bookbinder feeds it right back down as Zumwinkle looks to make a head-up play. She gets pushed off by Miller. Flanagan comes in for help again. She'll pressure Panic. Pulls a pass out. Zeckling with some time. She'll make a quick shot. Tip in front. Back door. Campbell just absolutely robs McQuigg. And the Soupy chant echoing here at Coca-Cola Coliseum. What a stop for Kristen Campbell.
Well, she kept it out of the bowl. Soupy didn't she? That was pretty impressive to be able to push side to side to make that save on McQuigg. And I'm going to go right to Kelly Panic. No panic in her game. Forward checking to disrupt the play. The whole reason why the Frost had possession in the offensive end.
Frost are pushing Campbell. Doing her part. Kilarova to center. Now it's time. Katie Knoll chips it into the corner. This is her 15th game of the season. Malte now the other way, looking for Spooner on the near side. Natalie Spooner using her frame into the corner of Claire Thompson. Two big bodies battling hard. Thompson picked up the assist on McQuigg's opening goal for her 13th assist of the season. Point Schofield gaining speed on the outside. She'll go alone. 1-on-3. Point Schofield pulls it back. Her shot just wide. Another great drive from the Frost captain. Malte looking for an answer. Shoulder check into the corner. She heads off. Fresh legs. This Turnbull line looking to complete their full change. Icing the call. First few minutes of period number one.
Oh, you see the pressure by Kelly Panic, and she works that puck all the way to the point on her backhand, and you see that net front presence as pushing it back towards the front of the net. And then Lise Steckline's able to get that shot off, and of course the rebound does pop out, and it's Brick McQuigg. She's a left-handed shot, so she's able to catch and release, but denied by Campbell.
It's always been a tale of two seasons this year for Minnesota. You go back to the beginning of the season, they won 7 of their first 10 games, and as of late, only won 3 of the last 8. And that kind of statistics flipped for the Sceptres. Out in front, another rebound. When Schofield couldn't pick it up in time.
One of the things I'm noticing about Minnesota here is they're getting out of their zone with a simple, effective pass, and that's giving them pace through neutral zone and allowing them to get the entry.
An excellent start for the Frost, with the Sceptres starting to find some room for Sunday afternoon game between the Frost and the Sceptres.
Welcome back to PWHL action where the pregame is part of the game. Everybody knows the walk-in fits are all the rage in the PWHL. And at the Joss and Jills podcast, we've been doing a weekly ranking of the best fits around the league. And these two players, Taylor Heisey, Grace Umwinkle, have been extremely mad at us because they haven't made our top 6 list yet this season, Kenzie. So I figured a shout out on the broadcast might get me back in their good books. Those are some pretty good fits today.
Well played, Julia. You know what, Grace Umwinkle, that was very like Carrie Bradshaw, the little skip, turning the corner. I loved it. I love the fleece vest. Deserving of a shout out for sure. Those are some nice outfits. Cheryl, we got to step up our game.
I was going to say, maybe we can get in on that. What do you think?
We gotta step up our game. We'll see if they have some fashion advice for us after.
Oh, I need some help, friend.
Heisey in the middle of this board battle. Bookbinder coming out with it, looking for a stretch pass across the Lemmy, colliding hard at center with Ali Monroe. The two pop up quickly, which is good to see. Flanagan in her own zone, slowing up pace. Pace early for Ali Monroe, coming on her first goal of the season just the other day.
Yeah, and she also landed 5 hits in that game as well, so exhausting the physical element to her game.
McQuigg finding lots of space in this first period. Pass pinned up against the boards by McQuigg, coming out with it now, giving time for Emma Woods. She'll look to make a stretch pass. Now Emma Malte all alone. Malte to tie it up. Shot stopped by Hensley. How did she do it? May have hit the post. Can't wait to take another look at that. Another shot from the blue line. Woods looking for the loose puck. She'll find it. Fast. Walking. She'll straddle the line. Outworking McQuigg. A high shot. Walked in front. A great sequence for Emma Malte. An unbelievable feed that started from Emma Woods back in their own zone. You'll know she'll be thinking about this one for quite some time.
Well, and you can see as she's looking up, she wants to see it as well. And you can see from behind the net, it's going to be a play up to the flank, and then the beautiful pass, as you mentioned, to Emma Malte, who's in all alone, gets in behind absolutely everything. She's got that wide stance. She's looking as a lefty to go high blocker and hits the bar instead. Emma Malte looking and unable to get her 5th of the year. Well, that's a brilliant pass. And you look at Toronto in particular with their successful stretch passes over the course of the season, and they lead the league in that department. Just a beautiful placement pass by McQuigg.
They just played the replay on the Jumbotron here inside Coca-Cola Coliseum, and the gasp from the fans to see how close Malte was, just nicking the post. A beautiful play.
Yeah, Woods was, she came off that wall and just made it right away. That means you have to have your heads up and look at that second layer. So you're looking in behind players, and that takes IQ.
Wonder too, right, how underrated it is to make significant plays with your head up entirely through that entire sequence. How much you can benefit from that.
I honestly think too, now that there's contact within the game, that it's forcing these players to get their head up more.
Yeah, definitely.
For myself, if I was ever entering the offensive zone, which wasn't normal with possession, the head's down.
Right.
But now you got to keep it up.
Keep yourself safe. Be aware of what's going on in this neutral zone. Nobody's safe. Laura Klug, another stretch play for her. 6 assists last time she saw Minnesota. Just over 6 minutes. Remains the most minutes she's played so far in a PWHL game. Getting lots of time in the first period.
Well, there's 2 shifts there where D partners in Steckline as well as Natalie Bookbinder just stop play at their blue line.
Petrie out in front. Gifage with driving, but the Frost able to intercept that pass. Chip and chase, here comes Connors outside, and an early shot. Hensley makes the save. Maggie Connors having herself a first period, her second quality scoring chance against the Frost.
And it's also about recognizing where you are on the ice. And again, we talked about cross ice passes, and see how she slows down, draws in Jakes, and then she chips and charges and recognizes that she's got the dog. She doesn't have any help, so actually lays just a soft shot in there, tough one to hold on to. Sometimes when it's a bit of a floater, it does come off the body, and Hensley gets up the rebound, but able to jump on it. So Connors can't get a second shot.
Connors from St. John's, Newfoundland. Newfoundland actually hosting the Under-18 Nationals this year.
She won a bronze U18 Worlds back in 2018.
Added to the hardware. Heisey to the blue line. James lets it go. A high shot for Sophie Jakes. Izzy picks it right back up, looks to go back to Sophie Jakes. Watts hoping to beat her there. Julia Gosling turning on the Jets now out wide. Grosaleti steers her to the corner, takes down the Lions person in the process.
That's a real nice shift by Grosaleti. Drives the mid lane to pull back the coverage to allow that high shot to come, and then on the defensive side of it, works her way back in a excellent one-on-one battle.
McQuigg out in front, now Cava going 1-on-3, spins it back. Thompson's shot gets blocked. Claire Thompson, who picked up an assist on the opening McQuigg goal, now has most assists on a first goal of the game with 5 total. Quite significant when you get Thompson going in the first period. 2-2 battle to the left of Campbell. Watts had a play. McQuigg pins her up against the board, so Kelly Panic will come in for help.
Well, that's responsible positioning as that F3, so she recognized that she can seal Watts, and now all of a sudden you're down below the goal line and you have possession.
McQuigg to the blue line. Thompson loads and a shot here. Campbell finds the rebound. Miller moving it up ice. Watts snaps it to Malche. She'll try again on the near side this time. Malte cuts in, drops it off. Watts on the backhand play out in front. Looking for it, Hannah Miller digging fast with a chance. A shot blocked by Kelly Panic. Sceptres starting to heat up in Minnesota's end to Miller. Her shot just wide, and Hensley will glove it down. Lots to build on for this line.
Well, speed on entry is so much about quick transition and moving that puck up hard and fast. You see that one works its way east-west. Then you see Emma Malte. She can see the next player coming in. She recognizes, listen, I'm going to pause and I'm going to delay. And as she does, she gives that puck to Watts. And the veteran Kelly Panic steps into that lane on Renata Fass and just see trying to push on the outside. But McQuigg with a really nice effort. You see her head on the swivel as she was tracking to make a nice defensive effort with her stick.
Bookbinder will move it around. Quinn Schofield taps it back to center. Petrie on the breakout. Connors cuts the ice in half. Steckline. Tough collision. Alte gets back up as Steckline gains some speed. Cava gets a red line. She'll fire it in. Campbell will come out to settle the puck. Now Malte, another break. Odd player rush this first period for Malte. Countless chances. She'll get pushed to the boards. Quinn Schofield will pick it up. With speed, Quinn Schofield leading this team in points coming into this game. 20 so far this season. 9 goals, all 5-on-5 scoring. Steckline cuts back. Bookbinder. The Grosaleti, she gets taken down, and her first penalty of the game will go against Julia Gosling. So the Frost will go to the power play to close out this first period, and it'll roll over to start the second.
Wow, this is going to happen in the neutral zone, and it's going to be a tripping call against Julia Gosling. And Bookbinder's just looking to advance that puck on Grosaleti, who looks to come into the middle of the ice, and it's, you can see the left-handed shot. Gosling just comes around her body, and she's not moving her feet. As a result, the first power play of the game comes in the fortune of Minnesota.
So the face-off to the right of Campbell, the Frost. To the power play, Thompson down low for Cava. They'll work it in tight space. Cross ice, Heisey, head up play, tons of space. She'll walk in, takes the shot. Campbell makes the save. Grosaleti, back for Heisey. Quick play to Claire Thompson, head up Cava, snaps it back for Claire Thompson. Looking to gain a better angle. Thompson walking in to the outside in front, looking for a one-time shot from Grosaleti. From Sceptres, penalty kill starting to adjust here. And a great clear from Natalie Spooner.
When you play the wedge, that top player is really important to push down, and Spooner does a real nice job of that. You want to steer down the wall. Next player can pounce a triangle and behind. Looking to push that puck down the ice. They get the clear. Now the Frost need to find a way to gather some speed because Toronto did a nice job of denying entry.
Frost in the lead, 1-0 against the Toronto Sceptres.
When they come out like that, you've got to be impressed.
I know it's great. I mean, we want to play with pace. You know, our team, when we're going, we're playing with pace. We're rolling over 4 lines quickly, and we did a good job of that.
Anything you want to build on for the second?
Yeah, just keep elevating pucks. I mean, obviously she had a couple of huge saves. We just got to keep putting pucks there and try to get a couple more.
Thanks, Ken.
You bet.
Thank you, Julia. Yes, a whopping 11 shots on net in that opening frame. Brooke McQuigg cashing in with the lone goal. Sure, we spoke with Troy Ryan on the other side before the start of this game. He did talk about this being an afternoon game and how critical the first period was going to be for their team.
Well, yeah, and you've also got a Frost team that's had to travel, right? They've been on the road, so you want to make sure you take care of it. So in the first period, it actually was the Frost dictating the pace of play.
They're on the power play now to start this second period. Down low, Panic out in front, a chance. Jakes looking, slap shot here, looking for a rebound in front. Nothing's there, and the Sceptres get it clear.
Well, you see Grace Zumwinkle looking for that one-timer on her off flank. We did speak to Ken Clea about this as well, not necessarily on the power play, but he said she just has to get it off her stick a little bit quicker. Natural goal scorer.
Gosling in the box, chance here. Petrie gets steered to the corner. Quinn Schofield trying to pick it up. Skamora pinning her up against the boards. So power play, third in the league right now, operating at 18%. Cava has netted 3 power play goals so far this season. 3-on-2 battle, that puck's going nowhere.
Yeah, I mentioned it, Cava spoke to Ken Clea about her as well, and he just said she's just got such a knack for the net.
Cava steals the puck away to the blue line, settled it just in time. Izzy back down, Cava, two working on the far side. Monroe pinning. Back out to 5-on-5 strength. Julia Gosling to the ice. One shot landing for the Frost on that power play opportunity. Here come the Sceptres. Turnbull out wide. Into the corner she'll go. Comfort drops down. As Carter works it along the blue line, she'll feed it down deep into the corner, so Fast will chase after it. Gosling battling hard here against Thompson. You can hear her and the memories she's had in this building. Going up alongside Sophie Jakes, the two now roommates in Minnesota. Gosling from the blue line lets it go. Fast picks it up on the other side as Carter gets to be a passing option. Fast finding Gosling. Julia Gosling taps it back. Watts. Nice move finding Megan Carter. Out in front in the slot. No one's there, so off the boards it will go. But Gosling picks it up. An outside shot. Deflected to the corner. Thompson straight out. Sceptres trying to keep this in. Hannah Miller will pull it.
And you see some sustained pressure by the Sceptres, a lot on the outside, in particular when they get the entry. They haven't been able to get into the middle of the ice. And again, there's just an errant pass, right? They have possession of that puck, so on that entry, they got to find a way to get in.
Hitting with a clean entry deep into the zone. She'll go on the far side. Budarak back to her feet, battling hard up against Renata Fast. Now Spooner to center. Natalie Spooner on the outside. Deep in the corner, Hensley feeding it to the far end. It's the first time Nicole Hensley's seen Toronto since playoffs last year. Rudy went on to play a bulk of the series against Toronto, and then it was back to Hensley for that Walter Cup final against the Boston Fleet. We'll see what's in store this year for playoff action. Kluga deep in the corner. German forward, head up play to the blue line for Harmon. She'll go D to D. Now Fast loads it, high shot tipped in front. Great redirection from Maggie Connors. Nice to hear from her mom in the intermission. Great conversation. Her and Julia Teixeira just thinking her journey from the Rock now to the big city. Quick change, the Frost got fresh legs, stretch pass. Connors a play looking to finish it in front. Chasing after it's Izzy Daniel, and she gets a quick piece of it, but Turnbull tries to pick it up in the corner. Here Turnbull pulls it in, 1-2 down low. A great sequence for player Turnbull through the legs of two Frost players. Harmon to the far side, pass deep into the corner. Toronto getting set to the perimeter here. Good time for Jessie Comfort to see if she can get some possession. Here comes Sophie Jakes on the far side. McQuaig fires it into the near end where Grace Zumwinkle jumps on it first. Down low for Kelly Panic to the blue line. The Frost looking to set something up. Long shot here. Campbell makes the stop. Now Savannah Harmon to center. Their Turnbull with speed. Icing waved off, which gives Minnesota some time. Turnbull not far behind.
There was a touch there as well, but just because the other players had gone for a change, it was real difficult to get that puck back. So anytime you do put it in, you want to make sure you have present someone that can hunt and hound the puck.
Well, the chances Emma Molte in that first period as well.
Yep.
some great looks as her line goes to work here. Spooner trying to feed Malte back down in the corner. Jenna Watkins, originally a Toronto draft pick, now with the Frost. Has net front, loose puck, first on it, giving room now for McQuigg. A 2-on-1 unfolding for the Frost. McQuigg, Shishova, a chance. Denisa Shishova loads off the bar. Denisa Shishova, a great shot from the check forward. That crossbar has been ringing this afternoon. Delayed penalty on the way. Frost are going to go back to the power play. Hensley's on the bench, so an extra attacker's on the ice. On the blue line, tipped out in front. The Frost will keep this going. An extra player on the ice here. Delayed penalty on the way against Toronto. Shishova will head net front. Minnesota in full control. Thompson loads. She'll take her time. Mishandle has help. Giving time now to the outside. Made Batherson. A pie shot here, looking for the rebound. And a touch from the Sceptres, so we'll get a whistle.
Well, some opportunity here for Minnesota, and anytime that you're working hard down low, things can happen as that puck works its way high. But you see the turnover right here. McKinnon falls down, a nice little shoulder check right there by McQuigg coming in on the entry and makes that pass. You can see the delay before the shot, but we can all hear the bar. McQuigg's been all around it, right? Her vision, everything about her right now is playing so well, and Shishova unable to convert, but because of that sustained pressure, the recovery of the puck, you force the Sceptres back on their toes. And, of course, now Minnesota with another opportunity on the power play.
Thompson for the blue line. McQuigg swats it away. The Sceptres pick it up. McKinnon will get the clear. They landed just one shot on net on their first power play opportunity. Thompson. Rosalemi on the far end. Sends it near side. Monroe jumps on the puck. She'll fire it right back down. Thompson, another look. Rosalemi sending it in deep. Akava, this team looks to stay onside. We'll head back to center. Great fake, Flanagan. Short-handed, here she comes. Callie Flanagan for the Sceptres. Long shot. Hensley makes the stop, and she'll hold on to get a whistle. Off the face-off, straight down into the Sceptres end. Flanagan skates the distance. She'll corral the puck. Tries to send it to center. Right hand-eye coordination. And Dominic Petrie, as she looks to go back. Here comes Flanagan. One more look. Drops it off. Hannah Miller short-handed. A chance for the Sceptres. Hensley loose. She covers it. The puck's free, and Jakes plays it aside.
Again, Flanagan, what a shift for her on the PK, hey?
Yeah.
Again, just seeing her maneuverability, her skating ability to get into the offensive zone. And I just like the attack mentality of the power kill. When you get the puck on your stick, you're not necessarily sending it a couple hundred feet down the ice if you've got some time and space.
Flanagan, the 2023 PHF Defender of the Year. Looking great, short-handed this afternoon. Under 30 seconds to go in the Frost's second power play of this game. Quigg's lone goal back in the first period was an even strength goal. East deck line takes a look. Into the corner it will go. Renata Fast on it first. Savannah Harmon, a quick play. She'll look up ice, off the glass and out, and another great clear for Toronto.
I really like that play by Renata Fast. She takes her time there and gets the outlet pass to her partner on her forehand. She's able to get it down the ice with ease. And Toronto, of course, 6 for 6 on the kill last game against Montreal.
Keep it going against Minnesota today. No shots landing for Minnesota on that power play. So we return to 5-on-5 play. From the blue line, Campbell save rebounds there, and Emma Woods will pick it up. And Vanquerains with Hannah Miller back in the day. Cuts to center. Julia Gosling tries for the shot. Face off to the left of Campbell. The Sceptres on their first power play of the game. Miller gets thrown out. Gosling steps in. One back by Kelly Panic. The Frost short-handed in the offensive zone. Toe save by Kristen Campbell.
Well, Kelly Panic just showing her dominance in the dot over the course of the year. Kelly Panic is over 57% as a whole.
Deep in the zone, Hannah Miller. Spins back. She's outnumbered. Finds her out of Fast just in time. Watts fakes the one-timer, pulls it back. Daryl Watts walking through, out in front off the skate. Renata Fast will pick it up. Fast looking. Pulls it back, doesn't like her options. She'll take another angle. Far side pass, Daryl Watts opening up. She'll accept the pass. As Fast walks the blue line. A minute gone on the Toronto's power play. Miller looking for Watts at the far end. Toronto working it up high. Sceptres. Miller one-time shot off the shin pads. A stack line, and Zumwinkle gets the clear.
You can see that double stack. You got Gosling in the middle of the ice, and you got Natalie Spooner down low. And Troy Ryan spoke to us pregame about the power play and just said there's so much confidence with this Sceptres power play right now that they have their options, but they're also just taking what's given.
Power play going 3 of the 4 meetings against Minnesota this season for the Sceptres. It's a different story in the playoffs. Sceptres struggled with the power play. Flanagan, shot here, redirected to the corner. Malte looking. Turnbull will pick it up. Emma Malte to center. Flanagan. Far end, Harmon. Top of the circles. Lets the shot go. Redirected and behind Hensley. Turnbull corrals it. Malte looking to make a play. Flanagan, final seconds as power play. Malte down low. We'll return to 5-on-5 as Sophie Jakes joins in. Flanagan, far side. Harmon with the one-time. Hensley ditches it right off. Great stick play by the goalie.
Yeah, working the options as the shooters on the flanks there. And Emma Malte did look to pop that down low, sort of in that overload position. Unfortunately, Comfort couldn't get over quick enough to be able to receive that pass. So power play unable to strike.
Toronto won 7 of the last 8 games. Turnover here. Cava out in front. Heisey. Now the Sceptres gaining speed the other way. Turnover. Cava. Again, Steckline now driving in. Far side. Heisey out in front. Looking to feed it back to Lee Steckline. Rolling puck. And a hard hit here. Slow. Megan Carter. Covering her face. She's slow to get up. Penalty on the way. So the Sceptres will go back to the power play. Is Carter holding her head. Heads off. Carmen recognizing. She'll hold on. So it's back to the power play for the Sceptres as Megan Carter looks like she got clipped there just in front of her goaltender, Kristen Campbell. And so Pearl Salemi will take the seat. The Red Hot Toronto Sceptres power play will go to work when we return at Coca-Cola Coliseum. Cava to the ice here for Minnesota. Quick change. Zumwinkle will head off. Face off to the right of Hensley as the Sceptres to the power play. 0 for 1 so far this game, just landing the one shot. Miller wins it back cleanly on their set face-off. Success for Midgley in this power play. Gosling swatted away Cava. Miller gets it just in time, right back down. Gosling out in front. Spooner gets it net front. Miller picking it up on the near side. Gosling getting lost in traffic at the far end as Hannah Miller drags a high shot here. Tipped off the glove of Nicole Hensley. Kept in the zone by Renata Fast. Miller looking, fakes a shot, Fast, pulls it back. Panic trying to steer her to the outside. Fast to Watts, back for Renata Fast. She'll hold. Such great patience and poise with the puck, Renata Fast. Watts, how about this drag? What a release from Watts.
When you see the positioning, and Renata Fast really operates on the blue line very well, but you're trying to push or pull one of that top PKers to one side of the ice so you can dish it to one of the flanks. But again, you can see a very static power play right now, so that doesn't really move the coverage very much. That shot, Hensley's able to see all the way in, so Toronto needs to find a way to just get a little bit more movement going.
Fast is 1 assist away from breaking the single season assist record as she picks up the puck.
Yeah, she's having a great year. 4 goals and 15 assists so far on the season. Plays a ton of minutes.
Jenna Watkins versing the pass. Jakes trying to get by Hannah Miller, and Heisey will finish the job.
It's a nice aggressive PK as well. Anytime you think your opponent's incomplete, vulnerable, turns their toes, or they're isolated on their own, you want to go on a PK, but when one goes, you typically all have to go, trying to read off one another. But Minnesota doing a nice job coming in with a PK that's ranked 6th in the league, operating just over 74%.
Well, that's the lead right now, Minnesota's penalty kill. Doing well so far is Malte. Brings it into the near side. Flanagan walking in. She's been activating a lot this game. It's Minnesota. Another strong clear.
Well, Flanagan, it's her skating, right? The way that she can walk the blue line in various ways, whether it's a 10-2 or a sprint, but she's got real nice pace from left to right.
Malte drags her shot blocked. Rebound in front. Huge stop by Hensley. Final seconds of the kill, and she gets the job done. Well, great sight for Sceptres fans. Sarah Nurse on the ice today alone, skating. Been out for quite some time with injuries since the rivalry series, so this is good news.
Over 50%, and you notice she's just going in a straight line, no turning there. So I spoke to Troy earlier today. He said, listen, she'll likely be week to week now.
Oh, that Carly Jackson, Kayla Willoughby, and how many gold medals do you think combined between Vicky and Gina there?
I don't know. I stopped counting now that Vicky Sanahar's doing it as a coach as well. Recent world champion at the under-18 level.
Awesome to see. Great crowd inside Coca-Cola Coliseum this afternoon. Zumwinkle tries for the shot, blocked in front. Toronto looking for an answer to the Frost here. They look to continue this win streak they've been on at home.
But you notice they pop that puck into the neutral zone. They're isolated, so there's just one player there, so they have nowhere to move that puck once they do get it. So they got to find a way to come up the ice together. Again, got to make sure there's a pairing so you can get your entry.
Izzy Daniel deep into the corner. Out in front, looking for a rebound chance. Kimura gets steered back to the corner. Maggie Connors fighting for room. Spoke with Ken Klee about Izzy Daniel, just saying one of the smartest players. Been an intern with Minnesota Vikings as well. Big in analytics.
Need to have her on speed dial.
Yeah, I gotta think she's probably got a good few fantasy teams. I'll have to give her a call, see what she thinks.
Nice play by Megan Carter, just up tight in the neutral zone. You want to squeeze, you want to hold, you want to make sure that players like Kendall Coyne Schofield can't get any speed.
So Maddie Rooney has played every game this season against the Sceptres. It's Hensley's first time seeing them. She's able to stop what she's seen so far from Toronto. Trying to build their shot count here. Another one from the blue line gets blocked in front. Dominic Petrie trying to get behind Savannah Harmon. She'll play the body. Bicheville pick it up in the corner. To the blue line. Thompson pulls it back. May Batherson tries to get the shot off. Thompson picks it up in the corner and stolen away the other way. Luca Gosling ahead for Watts on the outside. Watts far end. Looking for Hannah Miller, who was driving. Rather Natalie Spooner.
And there's just finesse on display by Daryl Watts. Daryl Watts comes into the zone. She's got speed. She recognizes she doesn't have numbers. So what does she do? She stalls. She delays. So that coverage backs up just a little bit. Now all of a sudden her line mate has an opportunity to catch up.
Battle right in front of Minnesota's bench. So 3:42 remaining in the second period. The Frost are in the driver's seat. Series tied at 2 apiece. Toronto's won the last 2 meetings against Minnesota. Last 3 have been decided by just 1 goal. Knoll deep into the zone. Monroe looking at Guderak. Takes a hit. Monroe. Stretch pass looking to center as Comfer was driving. Connors will help her out. Turnbull and Connors fighting for space as the Minnesota Frost will take control of the puck.
The Frost is closing so quickly on the Sceptres.
Turnover, Turnbull shot, another chance. Hensley comes out big. Puck still loose, and Sophie Jakes takes it away from danger. Another excellent stop by Nicole Hensley. Cava on the outside, Heisey's driving. One-time shot, Jakes, pad save by Campbell. Both goaltenders having themselves a run here in the second period.
A little back and forth action here, Kens.
I don't love it.
It's opening up.
Cava in the zone, out in front. The Bookbinder jumps in. McQuigg holds on, she'll cut back. Looking for a call is Natalie Spooner. Was thinking there'd be a holding call on the play. Here come the Frost. Stretch pass. Harmon now, and Carter now looks back. She's lost her stick as she heads net front. This time now, Panic looking on. Carter without a stick will do her best soccer kick.
And it's second period, so she's got the long change as well. The line mates need to know that. Give her an opportunity to get off.
To the bench she'll go. It's the Sceptres deep in Minnesota's end. Harmon accepts in on the near side for Zumwinkle, and Harmon gets control of it. Harmon 4 assists in her last 4 games. Illinois native spinning away. Far end for Renata Fast. She'll keep ahead of play. Renata Fast in on the far side. Great to have her and Renee Desban join Trade Center coverage on Friday. Cheryl talking, fresh off their game when they played one another. And speaking of the intensity and fun that this season's been. Walks out in front. A one-time shot. They score! And Renata Fast makes the play. The Sceptres are tied at 1.
Well, it's going to be Renata Fast's entry. She's going to get the first touch on this play, and she's going to wind up with the last. She puts it to a space, and she goes and she hunts it, she hounds it, and then look at her on the activation. Now she's aware of where that puck is. You're working it down low. Now you've got Claire Thompson out of position because she had to slide on the block. You work that puck low, you will create high ice because you will pull the coverage low. Everyone facing the puck carrier. Who slides back into position? It's going to be Renata Fast. Why not? You start the play, you might as well finish the play. Renata Fast with some wheels on her. Earns her last name, but there was a presence of mind to put that puck on the entry to that space. Work herself back high for her 5th of the season.
20 points now for Renata Fast. Certainly the leading candidate for Defender of the Year. Fast having herself a season.
Well, and she's been placed as that first quarterback unit of the power play, and I think that's just elevated her confidence. You've always known that she had more offense to her game. She's a shutdown defender, one of the best one-on-one players in the world, plays with a real chip. But adding that second dimension to her game now.
And just shooting the puck right. It got redirected off of Claire Thompson. Their shot count quite low after the first period. Sceptres find an answer. Minnesota looking to regain the lead, putting pressure on Toronto. Final seconds of the second period, and the Sceptres, a huge goal coming from their assistant captain, Renata Fast. As we look to head into the final frame, puck will roll deep into Toronto's end. Campbell will come out to play the puck. Get it back up high for Skimura, who will look to wind down this puck. A great final push from Toronto. As Fast started the play and ended it, and scored her 5th goal of the season. More to come on the other side. Julia Teixeira has you covered in our second intermission. We'll talk a little bit about Lee Steckline joining the national program again, and also talk about expectations for the Canadian national team. Welcome back inside Coca-Cola Coliseum as the Toronto Sceptres look to extend their win streak at home. Renata Fast putting the team on her back here, Cheryl.
Just a strong shutdown defender, and I think adding her to this roster, and of course coming back from injury now, playing 11 games, you're seeing sort of at times the minutes being deployed can decrease a little bit for Fast, and I would expect with the trade deadline coming soon that the Sceptres may be looking for that sort of depth defender to play with someone consistently like Megan Carter.
A lot of teams can benefit from a depth defender. You also look at the incoming draft class, college players, Euro players that can really bolster this league even more. Exciting to think of the future, but to the note of injuries, you think this Sceptres roster hasn't had a fully healthy roster yet with both Spooner and Nurse in the lineup. Doing well as of late with a few players down, having won 7 of their last 8 games.
Well, they were able to really jump back into the standings, if you will, not just because of their power play, but because of the play of Kristen Campbell. In the beginning of the year wasn't the start that she wanted, but in the last 5 games, her save percentage has been excellent.
Yeah, the Sceptres lost 7 of their first 10 games, but as I just mentioned, have won 7 of their last 8, peaking at the right time. 4 games left before the break. Flanagan, a shot here, gets blocked in front. Out in front, a loose puck off the foot, looking for it, Skimura. As Kursalemi gets control of it and sends it to center. Ava with speed straight into it. Cheryl, a player that we think could really benefit the Canadian national team. And look at what she's done. She's a pro through and through.
Well, and Ken Klee spoke to us about it and just how much her IQ stands out and resonates with him. And sometimes when, you've got some elite players, you got to...
Pass out in front, Thompson, an elite player here as Zumwinkle tries to tuck it around.
The toughest things to do.
Another chance in tight, the Frost finding their moments.
finding their way inside.
Yeah, another chance here from the blue line. Thompson unloads. Toronto native putting on a show here. Hey, Batherson tries for it out in front. Spent time with the Kingston Junior High Schools before she headed off to college. May Batherson. Of course, the Kingston Edgehill Prep School. Prior to going to Kingston, out in front, a loose puck. The Sceptres try and clear it away. Thompson after it. Malte picking up speed. He'll chase down Thompson. First pass to the skates. Patterson had a play, receives a hit from Woods as Hensley plays it to the corner. Out in front, another great stop as Budarak picks it up at the far end. Penalty on the way, and more look at special teams here in the third period as Hensley will go to the bench. Frost will go to the power play.
Well, and Malte, after a real nice shift, keeping her feet moving, one of the things that she does so well. I know Kayla Barnes last year talks about one of the toughest players to play against is going to go to the box.
Well, Shanna Watkins dancing through traffic the other way. Delayed penalty on the way against the Sceptres. As the Frost hold in control, an extra player on the ice now. Petrie to the backhand. Kristen Campbell will hold on.
Emma Malte is known for her grittiness. She's got skill to her game, but when she gets on the hunt, she is a challenge. She's going up to her national teammate in Claire Thompson. She's expecting this turn back, but look at the stick to be able to gain position. So you force Claire Thompson to put that puck to an area quicker than she wants to move it. Now the next player can jump. Now there's not the ability to come out with pace. But just right there, being tenacious. Sometimes you gotta move your feet a little quicker, and reaches out that stick and falls down Thompson. So another opportunity for Minnesota here to strike on the power play.
To the power play they go. Kaba has 3 power play goals this season. Our side, next up with Thompson. Taylor Heisey with speed, fires it in deep. The other side, McQuigg picks it up. Deep in the zone, the Frost looking to set up on this power play. She'll go for a skate, Brooke McQuigg. Open the scoring this afternoon. Far side for Heisey. McQuigg will go for a change. Out comes Petrie as Jakes lets the shot go, blocked in front, and Hannah Miller swats it down.
Well, Toronto's PK has been very, very effective. Nice stick by Jakes there on Daryl Watts.
Winding deep into the corner. Quinn Schofield with speed to the outside. Zumwinkle draws it in, drawing in pressure out in front. Expands room for Petrie. Sophie Jakes, another shot just wide. And Schofield chasing after it. Jakes settling the puck. Ross looks to set up this power play. Zumwinkle unloads and a huge shot. Blocked in front from Quinn Schofield from her knees, trying to get this puck ahead. And the Sceptres make it clear. Zumwinkle, another chance. Campbell makes the stop. Kelly Panic letting a few strong shots go from the outside. Another chance on net, looking for the loose puck. Ellie Monroe will pick it up and try and fire it down.
Well, and there's some sustained pressure, and it started with Sophie Jakes, a one-on-one, and it was Comfer, not Daryl Watts. And you see Skamura just out-battled there to get that puck down the ice, but Kristen Campbell has had to make some big saves here to keep this game tied at 1.
Campbell's won 4 of her last 5 starts. Now with speed, here comes Natalie Bookbinder.
It's a nice back pressure by Daniel.
Back to 5-on-5 play. Scepter sending it in deep as icing's the call. Yet to lose in regulation against Minnesota this season. A split time between Campbell and Kirk against the Frost as they look to find an answer here, and the Scepters clogging center. Heisey, slap shot out in front. Heisey, Zumwinkle, look out for them on their offside, letting those one-timers go. Salemi dropping it off for Heisey. She'll take a look on net. Campbell ready for the blocker. Another great stop from the Scepters goalie. Not a pass, drops in. She'll go and let her forwards change. Great patience through center. Fast to Daryl Watts, picking up speed. Watts on the outside, drives in. Daryl Watts tries out in front. Hensley gets it to the corner. Harmon, fresh legs, deep in the zone. Gives time as Watts feeds Callie Flanagan. back up to her feet. Flanagan tries for the shot. Watts trying to feed it out in front. Zhisheva with a break. Then he's to Zhisheva for the Frost on the turnover. Taking a look to the outside, trying to feed it in front. Penalty on the way. Arm goes straight up. Daryl Watts can't believe it. The Minnesota Frost will go back to the power play inside Coca-Cola Coliseum when we return.
Minnesota's got to find a way to strike here.
A huge opportunity for the Frost. Over 3 on the power play so far in this game. As Umwinkle looks to get open, Kelly Panik's battling hard for control on the far end. Petrie comes in for help. Finds Sophie Jakes along the blue line. Umwinkle to Jakes, far side. Panik walking in, delays shots there. Rebounds in front. Quinn Schofield to the corner. Miller gets there first and will fire it down.
And you got to give credit to the PK for the Sceptres. We mentioned they went 6 for 6 last game against Montreal. One of the best shooters in the world, if not the best shooter in the world, and Marie-Philippe Poulin, and doing a job today.
Lone goal scorer in that game. Toronto scored 4 in a row. Spooner with 2. Monroe, Connors. Jesse Comfort trying to clear it ahead. Cross-Lemmy settles things. Point Schofield now. The team goes for a change. Thompson recognizes. Fresh legs. Brooklyn Quigg to the ice. Drops it back for Thompson on this power play. Malte steals it back. Malte on the far side. Shorthanded. Malte drags. Trying for the backhand. Draws the penalty. A great drive from Malte. Emma Malte, the workhorse. We got some 4-on-4 action in the third.
Emma's having herself a game, and this all starts on the PK, and it's all stick positioning. I mean, when you PK, you got to know your stick, and you can see right here, look at this stick. So we're going to push down the wall, force the turn back. Well, guess what? There's already someone there. Beautiful stick positioning by Emma Malte. She gets on the hunt. She's got some wheels, in particular, her first 3 strides. I like that she attacks this net right now, because now all of a sudden she's going north, she's fighting for her space, and she draws a penalty.
For the first ever jailbreak goal in PWHL history, Emma Malte. It's a 4-on-4 play. Leeson to the left of Hensley. Turnover straight off the draw. Chasing after Thompson. Heisey, far side. Thompson through center. Thompson going for a skate to the outside. Stops up, waits for help. Steckline to the ice. This communication, and Steckline will go after it.
But with more ice available out there, look for the fast skaters, players like Kendall Coyne Schofield. There she is, right to be on the ice. Players that can drive.
Under 30 seconds left, power play. Coyne breezing through traffic. Incredible speed, Coyne Schofield. Yeah, low, out in front. There are 10 seconds of 4-on-4. Steckline, down low. Petrie, Coyne Schofield. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Petrie gets control, and Watts will take it back. Watts through traffic. Her shot just wide, and power play for the Sceptres. This power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Sceptres look to gain control. Fast to the far side for Hannah Miller. Fast. Looking. Finds Watts. Quick shot here into the glove of Nicole Hensley.
You see Watts on and off her stick, and that nice setup up high to be able to create a lane to the net. But Nicole Hensley saw it. You got to find a way to get in her eyes. And one of the gifts of Natalie Spooner, Daryl Watts. A lot of the time, you feel like that puck is on a string on her stick or not fast. As we mentioned, the quarterback, she takes one step to her right so she can open up that space for Watts to be able to get her stick on it. You want to pull that high PK to one side of the ice for Nada Fast. It's a real nice job, just with one step being elusive to create that lane.
3 power play goals this season for Daryl Watts. Fast walking in, pulls it back, toe save, rebounds there. Hensley sprawling out her crease. Spooner picks up the puck. Crushed into the board. Spooner slow to get up. Power play will continue as Spooner looks to pick up the loose puck. Back net front. Good to see for Spooner as Watts tees one up. A great shot from Daryl Watts on this power play. Final seconds of the player advantage. Hannah Miller Cutting to the outside, Miller dropping down, spins back, doesn't like her options. She'll find Renata fast. Fast, high shot, hoping for a tip in front. Channel Watkins steals it away.
Well, interesting, you saw Watts on her strong side and moved to her weak side, which put Hannah Miller on her strong side as well. So some motion there, rotation to different areas within the offensive zone.
Back to 5-on-5. Sceptres landing 3 shots on that power play. Cava away from traffic. Comfort swats it away, and Heisey goes back for it. Not much time with Blair Turnbull on her tail. Flanagan quick up for Harmon. Now back looking for Blair Turnbull. All tied up at 1. This series tied at 2. Final meeting will be March 30th at Excel Energy Center between these two teams. Harmon deep in the zone. Flanagan now. They're going to catch Minnesota on their chain. Stretch pass, trying to feed Jesse Comfer. Loose puck, Katie Knoll going after it. As Savannah Harmon takes a look up ice. Emma Woods with patience, down low for Harmon. Minnesota still out shooting the Sceptres as this game goes on. Steckline drawing in traffic, turnover chance. Malte out in front, Woods was driving. A great turnover as the Sceptres take advantage.
Woods has been around it a little bit here tonight.
Getting some good looks. And Bertha, Ontario.
This afternoon, I shall say.
Yes.
You mentioned you're in a rink.
Funny to go outside a rink and it's still daylight. That's got to be one of the strangest feelings. Or going into a rink during summertime. I always found that odd. Carter lands a body on Himmler over, rather. And Carter playing real aggressive here tonight. One of those depth defenders here for the Sceptres.
Really liked her game last game against Montreal. Just in the right spots, taking away ice of your opponent, slowing them down, boxing out.
You and Becky taught her that, eh?
Oh yeah, well she's got way more offense to her game. Sorry, Keller. Any offense.
Petrie. Channel Watkins walking in. She has time. Lets it go out in front. Quinn Schofield looking for the rebound. A loose puck. And Daryl Watts will now go up ice. Out in front. Sophie Jakes gets tripped up. And Watts will go back to the penalty box. And the Frost returning to the power play. We'll see if the Frost can break through on the power play this afternoon. Watts will go to the box for tripping.
Aggressive where they can be aggressive, and anytime you've got a player up top that's being pretty aggressive, the triangle in behind has to find a way to adjust accordingly, and done a real nice job of that, in particular winning that face-off.
I think too how important special teams are in the PWHL. The scoring so tight. Games often decided by just 1 goal. When you get that extra time on a power play, you want to seize the opportunity. Both teams have scored in 3 of the 4 games on the power play, but this afternoon, neither team's been able to score on the player advantage. Salemi with a chance here, drag it in, her shot, Campbell holds tight.
No, I think just to keep that puck on your forehand, and with her type of wheels and legs, important to just keep them moving, but she's been a stalwart on the back.
Cava sends it off, Heisey back for Cava. Power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Turnbull down low. Thompson pulls it back. With some space, Claire Thompson moving this puck ahead for Cava. Under Bay native to the outside. McQuigg to Heisey, who takes a hit from Turnbull. Play goes on as Grossalemi fights for room. Heisey swings it to Thompson. Cava settles it at the top of the circles at the far end. Under 50 seconds to go on this Frost power play. Thompson to the blue line. Cava goes for a change. Well comes Quinn Schofield. Taylor Heisey walking down. Grossalemi with the pass back. Turnbull tries to swat it away. Takes down Quinn Schofield in the process. Frost outnumbering Turnbull on the board battle as Malte breaks free. Zerners the lone Sceptre with a jailbreak goal this season for the Sceptres. Of course, not in lineup due to injury. Quinn Schofield in front. Panic draws it in. Puck pops up high. Trying to glove it down. Hannah Miller breaks free from it. Miller short-handed to the outside for the Sceptres. Trying to get around Sophie Jakes. Great positioning from Jakes. Not letting Miller get much further. Walks to the ice, and we're back to 5-on-5. The Frost landing 2 shots on the power play. Skimura tries a wraparound play, picked up by Petrie just in time.
Nice shift by Hannah Miller as well. There is Skimura just recognizing that you killed the penalty off. You want to switch momentum now, and always say that your PK can infuse momentum in your group and can be stymied in terms of the other side if the power play isn't effective. A couple opportunities for the Frost, in particular that last one by Panic off of the rush.
Last time these two teams met, it was a 2-1 victory for Toronto. Jesse Compher had the game-winning goal. It was a game where Toronto had the lead the longest. All tied up at 1. Under 5 remaining in the third period as the Sceptres look to extend their home winning streak. Puck's loose out in front. McQuigg will jump on it. Gosling, some heavy weight behind it, puts it deep into the zone. Hannah Miller looking to make a play. 23 points coming into this game for Hannah Miller to lead the league, averaging 1.1 points a game so far this season.
And a 21.3% shooting percentage coming into this game, so over 20%. Pretty incredible when you think of her 47 shots on goal coming in, landing 10 behind the goalies.
She gets this crowd to their feet often here inside Coca-Cola Coliseum. Great turnout this Sunday afternoon. 8,510 in attendance. Savannah Harmon end-to-end. Steered to the corner from Mae Batherson. Thompson pulls it back, gets by Malte. Looks to get by Woods, and she will. Kursalemi has some time. Scanning, she'll find Batherson at the far end. Batherson back up high for Kursalemi. Harmon going after it. Now up high for Malte. Last time Lee Stackline played at a World Championship in Brampton, she was paired alongside Savannah Harmon. I'm interested to see if maybe they'll be D partners again at the upcoming World Championship. Flanagan getting by Kursalemi. Monroe comes in for help. Spooner now with a head-up play. It's sick from Petrie. Ricochets back down into the Sceptre zone. Hensley slows it up. Bookbinder will skate into it. Point Schofield on the near side to center. Petrie gaining speed on the far end. Fresh legs for Skimura. Offside the call. No stick, but Skimura still able to take the weight of a hit. Jenna Watkins looking for Jakes on the near side. Under 3 to go. Jakes pinning Skimura. Two number 16s battling hard. Former number for Jana Hefford.
One of the best to ever do it. Heffy.
Oh, yeah.
And clutch.
Jakes going to be moving this puck ahead for Point Schofield. Frost still out shooting the Sceptres in this game. All of the power plays have helped. Miller up high. Carter lets a high shot go this time. Hard and heavy slap shot from Megan Carter on display this afternoon in Toronto. Gosling out in front. No one's home, so Point Schofield will get control.
Well, and Megan Carter kind of rotating through partners as well, and that's something that Troy Ryan did say to us. You know, just a tough position being new coming into the league, but she's been able to do it.
Alongside Rylan McKinnon this afternoon, a little more consistently. Really trying to find an answer here as Flanagan lets the shot go, but Hensley with the glove again. Gonna make a set play, but the Frost will win the face-off.
Oh, Kelly Panic, one of the best.
She brings this puck through center. Zumwinkle on the outside, on net. Campbell plays it to the corner. Stackline jumps in, keeping this puck deep in the zone. Zumwinkle gets pinned by Harmon. Flanagan comes in. Now 2-on-2 battle down low as Panic joins in. As she'll go net front because Stackline lets one go. And Brooke McQuigg feeds it off for Thompson. Final minutes to go in the third period. We're all tied up at 1. McQuigg battling hard along the boards against Flanagan. Turnbull will pin her towards the boards. Savannah Harmon picking up speed, connects with Compher. She'll look to use the boards and get this in deep. Malte near the blue line, trying to beat this deep into Minnesota's end. Back loose, fast, protecting the puck, trying to outwork Cava. Fast. Lone goal scorer for Toronto. She did it herself. Can she do it again here? Late in the third, out in front to the far end. Load shot just wide from Natalie Spooner. Under 20 seconds remaining in the third period. Savannah Harmon feeding it deep in the zone. Spooner picking it up at the far end. Puck winding down in Coca-Cola Coliseum, looking for a final push from Toronto, but the Frost will get the clear. That means, Cheryl, we need extra time.
You know what, Kenzie Lalonde? It's supposed to be like this whenever we're in the booth.
Who will be the overtime hero this Sunday afternoon between the Frost and the Sceptres?
Her team in the game, so all locked up at one. Here we go.
Buckle up. Here we go. Renata Fast was the overtime hero last time these two teams saw each other right here. That is a lone overtime win the Sceptres have at home. Let's see what's in store. Ellie Panic gets control early. Feeds it off of Claire Thompson, who has speed. Thompson on the near side takes a look. Feeds it to the far end for Panic. Zumwinkle rounding out this trio for the Frost to start overtime. Panic up high for Grace Zumwinkle. Grace pushed off by Renata Fast, who steals that puck away. Here comes Renata Fast. Can she do it again? Fast, end to end. Here she comes. Renata, her shot just wide. Another great stride for the leader on the Sceptres.
Well, she separates, right? She's the one who closes to be able to get the puck in the first place. I thought she was going to stay on her strong side instead of coming off on a diagonal.
Point Schofield drops it off. Lee Steckline driving down on the backhand, out in front. Campbell makes a stop. Minnesota 4 overtime wins this season. Toronto just 2. Point Schofield walking in. Her shot, Campbell will hold strong.
Well, 2 opportunities, and Renata Fast is going to close, and because she closes, this is the spacing I'm talking about. The shoulder-to-shoulder contact, feet are going the same way. Now you get to the middle of the ice. I think she could have blown by wide right there. Instead, she likes to come to the other side and then move it back to her forehand for a shot, and then the veteran coming the other way, trying to shoot through a screen and try and fool Campbell 5-hole, but she can't.
Overtime underway. We've seen these two teams go to a shootout. Overtime winner, courtesy of Fast last time. As offsides, the call, Turnbull had speed.
Blair Turnbull's going to continue on.
Up against Taylor Heisey. Quick reset, Cava. We'll go to the far end and pair up against Malte. Heisey wins it back. Jake skates right into it. Malte will chase. Sophie Jakes up ahead for Cava. In comes Minnesota. Cava slows up pace, trying to feed Jakes on the drive. Great tied-up play by Malte.
And Cava was trying to go through the tee of the stick of Harmon, waiting for Jakes to catch up.
Quick change for both teams. Malte in on the far side for the Sceptres. Overtime underway. Malte to the corner. Feeds it around. Thompson picks up the loose puck. Just Heisey and Zumwinkle with her. Grace Zumwinkle with speed on the far end. Has Thompson driving. Zumwinkle. Her shot blocked off of Comper's shin pad, so Panic will pick it up. Kelly Panic drops it off. Thompson walking in. Minnesota coming off a 5-0 win against the Charge. And they win 2 in a row. Minnesota ahead. Kelly Panic walking in. Panic shot. Stick save by Campbell. Game of inches here in overtime. Fresh legs. Carl Seleni straight to the ice. Panic. Stretch play. Steckline. Veteran defender in overtime. Off the bar. Our third crossbar shot this afternoon. Coyne Schofield. Fresh legs. Another shot. Campbell makes the save. Loose puck. And they score! Tipped in front. The Frost win it in overtime.
And that's what Kendall Coyne Schofield is most known for. Tenacity on pucks and pounding pucks, whether it's a forecheck disrupting play. She's going to take this shot. Sticks there. And look at this. Coming in, finding it anywhere. And you can see coming in, you got Britta Curl, Selene on the doorstep. Everyone's tracking that rebound. And they're both hunting and hounding on it. And the last touch is going to go to Kendall Coyne Schofield. And I think DeSelli says it all as Kendall Coyne Schofield gets the game winner for her 10th of the season.
From start to finish, back and forth action, but it's the road team that finds a way. On behalf of myself, Kenzie Malone, Cheryl Pounder, Julia Teixeira, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.